All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to fundamentally change how you think about all your digital stuff. Seriously, forget about just organizing files. We are talking about architecting a sovereign operating system for your digital life, turning that messy digital garage into a high-velocity engine for getting things done.
So let's start with this quote because, wow, it really hits hard. The idea is that if you're still stuck thinking in terms of nested folders, you're not just being old-fashioned, you are actively, right now, building a prison for the AI agents that you're going to depend on tomorrow. That's a pretty intense way to put it, right?
So let me ask you this. What if your entire digital life, all your knowledge, your projects, your code, wasn't just passive junk sitting in a storage locker? What if it was all fuel for a high-performance engine, ready to be fired up and directed by you and your own personal AI workforce? That's the big idea we're diving into.
And this, right here, is the core problem most of us are dealing with, whether we realize it or not. It's SaaS sprawl. Your valuable data is scattered everywhere, trapped in these little digital islands like Notion, Google Drive, Slack, you name it. The dream, the alternative, is sovereign command. One single, unified place for everything you own, a true source of truth.
And this is the real killer when it comes to that SaaS sprawl. An AI agent can't figure out the connection between a strategy doc in your Google Drive and a key metric in the spreadsheet if they live in totally different worlds. If impossible, the dots just can't be connected, which means no deep insights, no high-level thinking.
Okay, so how do we actually fix this mess? We start by architecting what the source material calls a sovereign brain. And listen, this is not about just building a better database. This is a complete shift in how we think. We're building a living, breathing operating system for your entire world.
And I love this quote because it's a total mindset shift. You don't have an inventory of 800 files. You have a sovereign Bloomberg terminal. How cool is that? It perfectly captures the goal. A high-density, real-time command center built for intelligence and action, not just for passively storing things. Now, to get there, we have to throw out the old playbook. We're not organizing data to make it easy for humans to click around anymore. We are architecting for AIs, for agents. The key concept is called semantic flattening. Think of it like this. Instead of putting socks in a sock drawer and shirts in a closet, you put everything on one massive, smart table where an AI can see every single item and its relationship to everything else instantly.
So what's the magic trick that makes this whole agent-centric thing work? Well, it all comes down to one powerful core principle, the unified entity model. The idea is that absolutely everything, and I mean everything, is treated as the same type of object, an entity.
Okay, so what is an entity? Think of it as the ultimate universal Lego brick. Imagine one giant, intelligent table where a project, a client, a PDF, a single line of code, and a revenue number all live side by side. They're all just entities, and what makes them different are the tags and data attached to them. This is that semantic flattening we were just talking about, put into practice.
Let's make this super concrete, because this is where it clicks. A client isn't stored in some clients folder. It's an entity. A critical snippet of code isn't just buried in a file. It's its own entity. That revenue number from last quarter, that's an entity. A high-level strategic idea you had in the shower, yep, that's an entity too. They all exist in the same space, ready to be linked together.
And look, this isn't just some theory. We're talking about a real system here that is orchestrating 865 unique proprietary assets, all within this one single graph. That's proof that this isn't just for a handful of files. This architecture is built to handle serious complexity and turn it into something you can actually use.
All right, we've laid the foundation. Now, this is where it gets really fun. Let's talk about weaponizing it. This is how you go from that dusty old storage locker to a dynamic, powerful content generation engine that is actively working for you around the clock.
This next line is so important. The real asset isn't the raw database itself. The real asset is your ability to create these curated, dynamic views of that data, each one perfectly tailored for a specific audience. You don't sell the messy kitchen. You sell the Michelin star meal.
So, for an investor, you build them what's called the shock and awe view. Instead of sending a stale PDF, you give them a link to a live dashboard. They can see a real-time revenue ticker, a live counter showing that yes, your 865 assets are real, and a hand-picked vault of your most valuable IP. You're showing them living, breathing proof of execution, not just a PowerPoint with a bunch of promises.
Now, what about for, say, a high-stakes defense client? You build the hunter view. This isn't some glossy brochure. It's a live mission dashboard. It can show a live intelligence feed from your web scrapers, give them direct links to nitty-gritty hardware specs, and provide project status updates that create a real sense of urgency and capability.
And then for your regular commercial clients, you've got the shop window view. This is your ultimate professional portfolio. It has your best case studies, all polished up. It lets them search through your entire history to see your experience in their field. And it explains your unique secret sauce, your proprietary frameworks. You're proving you're the real deal, not just another cookie-cutter option.
Okay, but all of this, the architecture, the views, it's all been leading up to this, the final boss level. Using this system to build a true engine for your AI agents. We're talking about creating a modular, powerful, and totally sovereign AI workforce.
So here's a huge problem a lot of us are starting to realize we have. All that valuable logic you've built, your best prompts for your agents, they're trapped inside someone else's platform, like ChatGPT. They aren't truly your assets. To unlock their full power, we gotta break them out. We have to make them sovereign assets that you control.
And the solution for this is just brilliant. It's called the Neural Bootloader process. Think of it exactly like an old video game console. Step 1. Your agent prompts become the cartridges. You store each one as an entity in your database. Step 2. A bootloader API grabs whatever cartridge you tell it to. And step 3. The LLM, that's the console, instantly loads it and takes on that new persona. You've basically created hot swappable brains for your AI. It's incredible.
And doing this unlocks what is basically the holy grail for AI, real memory. A standard chatbot has amnesia. The second you close the window, it forgets everything. But an agent plugged into your sovereign brain, it can have recursive memory. It can search its own history. It knows it talked to a client 3 weeks ago because that whole conversation is just another entity in your database, not trapped in some temporary chat window that gets deleted.
So look, when you boil it all down, this is the core idea I want you to walk away with. You are not just organizing your files better. You are building a programmable interface, a real API for your own digital brain. And that lets you and your agents operate on your reality at a speed and scale that was just unimaginable before.
So I'll leave you with this final, really important question. Take a hard look at how you manage your own digital life right now. Are you building it for the comfort of a human clicking through folders? Or are you building it for the future, for high-speed AI-powered execution? How you answer that question is going to define what you're capable of in the next few years. Thanks for tuning in.